Good morning. Yes, I know I am the worst vlogger. I haven't done an update in a while. It's been very busy and Heidi's been unwell. She's had a cold, and if you have a toddler or even a child who is sick, life is a gabillion times harder, as you know. So update, we haven't actually progressed on the floor anymore, unfortunately. We've been waiting for our floor to be delivered. We're still waiting for the wood. Hopefully we'll get it by the end of this week. So next week we can put the floor and finish it off. I'm dying for the floor to be finished because basically when the floor is finished, we can sand it and varnish it, which means we can put the house back together again and then start on the next room. So that's been holding us up for a bit. But in the meantime, what we thought we would do is one, do a bit of gardening, and two, start working on the kitchen. So I'll show you a little bit about what we've been doing in the kitchen. Okay, so we've been getting cabinets to start laying out the design of the kitchen. Now, those doors on those cupboards and the doors on these cupboards are not staying. They're just temporary doors. Some of them came with the cabinet, some of them didn't. So we've put the doors on where we've got doors just temporarily to reduce dust and stuff going in. But eventually it'll all look really nice and modern country and whatever. In case you're wondering why I've got those doors with no handles and then these with no doors, that would be the reason why. But what we're doing is we had to do a little bit of a change of a floor plan just to, you know, get everything fitting correctly. There's only so much theoretical planning you can do, but when we tried to put it together, we noticed something didn't work, so we had to shuffle things around. But I'm gonna have two cupboards here on this wall, and in the middle there's gonna be a little bench that goes across here, and a little bar fridge underneath for drinks and things, and there is going to be Nick's coffee station. So his cappuccino maker and whatnot is going to be all there for him, which is pretty good because it's quite a large bench space. It's not a short area. If I come from here, you'll see that it's pretty wide. These two cupboards are going to be my pantries, except not including the extended larder that I've got in another room of the house. So this will cover plenty. And I think there's some power points actually inside the cupboard. So I'll put the microwave in this one. I'm not sure what I'll do in this one, but that's there. On this side, we're going to have the refrigerator and the oven and stove. And then we've got a cabinet here. A lot of the cabinets we bought are actually, sorry, we only bought some cabinets that fit into our gaps, and some of them were custom made, meaning we made the carcasses ourselves. Simply because we have a very unusual shaped kitchen, an unusual size, and we couldn't find stuff, just a flat pack stuff to fit in. So this area is this beautiful bay window. There's obviously a cupboard here, a little cupboard here, and a cupboard here. Here is going to be the sink, because I've got one of those big nice farmhouse sinks that you can see the front. So that's what that gap is for. And obviously there'll be nice bench all the way around. There's another cupboard here, and the bench will continue. And then behind me is the island bench. So the island bench had to be custom built because it's a unique size and a unique shape, and obviously there's a post in it as well. So these are all the cupboards that we're going to have, but it gives you a feeling of the gap between. There's plenty of room. But that's what we've been doing basically, laying this out. Now I'm going to order the electrician to come and connect some of these power points back together, and you know, so we can install the oven and everything. And excuse me, slowly, oh, that's the other thing I didn't mention. We built a little wall here to actually seal off the kitchen, because previously this was just the end of a cupboard, but we didn't really like that. So there's like a little, see, there's like a little wall there. My oven is there, and bar fridge that we bought. But in the meantime, what else I've been doing is getting the area for the chicken coop ready. So I thought I'd show you that. I'll just go inside with a very stiff door that I can barely open. Okay. Oh, that's a heavy door. My right shoulder is very sore. I think my daughter is getting too heavy to carry. All right, so this is my plan for the chicken coop. It's out in the garden here. So excited about working on this project, but whew, it's been hard work. All right, turn you around. So this house already had this weird dilapidated building, which I think may have been a chicken coop at one point. I'm not sure. Nick wants to convert it into like a little, like almost like a bar. So kind of like he can cook in there, like put like a pizza oven here or something, and then have like a bench so people can sit out here, because the house is right there. So it's not a far walk and people can sit out there and look in or just look out into the garden, because if you don't look at the bonfires, it's a nice view. That's where we have to get rid of all this crap we've been cutting and clearing away. A lot of it's from the storm as well. There's another one there. So we didn't want to use this as a chicken coop, plus it's huge. Like we're only going to get like maybe 6 to 8 chickens for now. But this area here I really liked because it's got these 2 trees. I don't know if you can see from the sun. So it's got these 2 really nice trees in here, and I thought these trees would create a really nice protection from flying predators, if there are flying predators in Australia. Can you hear that? They're the kookaburras. I don't know if there are flying predators in Australia for chickens. It's not something I'm familiar with. I know that there are foxes that are wild foxes that are here, but I don't know of anything else really, to be honest. Do snakes eat chickens? I don't know. Snakes eat rats and mice, but I'm not sure. So anyway, these 2 trees will provide shade in summer because it's hot. Obviously here it gets to like 40 degrees, 42 degrees Celsius, which is like over 100 Fahrenheit. It'll provide protection from flying things, and it's just nice to have some greenery. So I don't know if you can see, there's used to be a, oh maybe I'll move up a bit. There is this crappy, there we go. There's this really crappy old fence line here. It's not the property, that's not the line of our, it's not the fence line of our property. It's just some weird crappy fence that the previous owners put in, and it's covered in terrible barbed wire and it's just messy. I don't know. So but we're going to use the posts as guideline, and we're going to create a nice big rectangular chicken coop that includes the trees. This tree is one of the fallen trees that Nick's been working on, slowly cutting it away. But for me, I've slowly been trying to clear this. I don't want to touch all that luscious green grass there because I want to keep it for my chickens. I know how much they love it. But here is all of this wild blackberry that I've been hacking away slowly, bit by bit, to get rid of it. Because this is where the chickens are going to live, and I don't know if they're going to appreciate that ridiculously spiky, aggressive plant. So that's my plan. And get this. This is a wheelbarrow all filled with scrap metal. Filled with scrap metal that was in this corner. Why would you leave so much barbed wire? Like, I'll show you if I get close. There's all this wire. So all this stuff that looks like I've just piled grass is actually a ton of wire that's got grass stuck in it because it's been growing in it. Like, look at this. Imagine leaving that in the garden somewhere for someone to stand on or an animal to stand on. Like, there's tons of kangaroos here. I kind of was a bit disgusted, to be honest. But this is all the scrap wire that I found, and all the big pieces of barbed wire. I've just been rolling up and stomping them down and putting them there so we can somehow get rid of it. I don't know how, but we're going to have to. I don't even know what you do with that kind of stuff. Anyway, that's what I've been working on. Bit by bit, clear it up. Then we'll fence it in. We'll put a gate in so we can access them. We'll build a coop for them. It's going to be awesome. I think they'll really love these 2 trees. They look huge, but they're actually not that big. They're nice medium-sized trees. Not in comparison to these huge trees. Oh, and over there, we've been stacking all of the wood that we can't burn in our wood heater. The reason why we can't burn this specific wood in our wood heater is because it's very sappy, and it will dirty up the inside of the flue. Basically, it'll make it clogged up and yucky. So we've been keeping that wood though, because it's still very good wood, and we might use that in our pizza oven. That's our plan, because the pizza oven will have a very short chimney and it won't be affected by that kind of wood. So we don't want to get rid of that wood. That is very valuable wood, but we don't want to burn it inside. The inside wood is stacked on the other side of the house. As I'm sitting here editing the video, I realised I never ended it. It's because Heidi was calling me back in the house when I was going to finish it. So that is it for this video. Hopefully by next week we will have almost completed the floors. I cannot wait for the kitchen, lounge, dining to be finished. It's the main part of the house. Then when we work on other rooms, especially right at the other end of the house, like the guest bedroom and the office, things can happen even at night when Heidi's asleep because it's at the other end of the house. Mess can be contained into one location a bit better. Just things will be better. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Please give me a thumbs up if you did. Subscribe to my channel and I'll see you next time. Bye.